Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online video here on the channel. Today I want to talk about a weapon that was actually cut from the full version of GTA 5, but one that probably has the most leftovers still remaining in the game files today. And that is the Programmable AR. So in this video, I want to go over all the info in the files that still exist for this weapon, as well as why I think it still could make a fun weapon to add in a future DLC, and likely one that wouldn't be that difficult to implement considering so many aspects already exist in the game files. So for starters, the Programmable AR is essentially like the XM25 from the OG MW3 if you played that, or I believe some of the older Battlefield games had it as well. I think it was part of the Assault class in Battlefield 3 if I'm not mistaken. It's a scoped grenade launcher where you can mark the range at which the projectiles will blow up, so you can make them airburst to hit people that are behind cover and stuff. That's what it's mainly used for. The render of the weapon looked like this, and this is probably the image of the weapon that you'd see on the weapon stat page. You can see it's got the scope on the top and the mag in the back, and apparently it also had an extended mag option as well. And this was in the assault rifle category, which is strange because it is a grenade launcher, so you'd think it would be in the launcher or heavy weapons category. But the weapon class is something that can easily be changed just from changing things in the game files. What's interesting about this weapon is even though it was cut from the 360 and PS3 versions of the game where the weapon wheel icon looked like this, it also has a weapon wheel icon for the next-gen versions of the game that we see now, which obviously has more detail to it and just looks way better in all honesty. And even more interesting is that another weapon that was cut from the full version of the game way back when, the heavy rifle, that one also had a weapon wheel icon for the 360 as well as next-gen, and that weapon eventually made its way to GTA Online in the contract update. Now, if you have the game on PC and the OpenIV program, you can actually go and find leftovers from this weapon right now. The first of which being the sound effects. This is in the mods x64 audio sfx weapons_player.rpf directory, and right down near the bottom you see the spl_prog_ar_player.awc file. And if we click on that, we can hear the different sounds that the weapon has. It's important to remember that with the sounds, they all get spliced together a certain way when you use the weapon, as all weapon sounds do. They're all made up of different individual sounds put together as one. But it's still cool that the sounds for the Programmable AR are still in the game files after so many years. And another interesting part of this weapon that we can actually implement in-game right now is the reticle for the scope of the Programmable AR. If we change any weapon's reticle style hash to that of the Programmable ARs, like I've done for the Carbon Rifle Mark II here, when you ADS with it in-game, it will put up this overlay on the screen, which is what you'd see when you use the scope of the weapon. Obviously here it doesn't put me into a first-person perspective for the scope because it's not meant to work like that on this gun, but you get the idea of what it looks like. It has the red outer areas that also dim when you aim at an NPC with it. As for how this weapon could work in GTA Online if they ever wanted to bring it into the game after all these years, I think it could be cool if it had multiple different grenade types you can use with it, like explosive, gas, or incendiary. And how the firing mechanism could work is instead of marking a distance by aiming at it, because that would feel a bit clunky in my opinion, especially if you're on even ground trying to airburst it next to a piece of cover. They could have it to where you press and hold the button to launch a grenade and release the fire button to blow up the grenade. The only downside there is that you would have to see where the grenade goes to blow it up, and you'd only be able to fire one at a time. You wouldn't be able to just spam them. But I think that would be the easiest way to time the detonations. And as for the overall weapon balance of this gun, I think it should fire grenades at a little bit less of an arc than the regular grenade launcher. And in return, I think it should have a little bit lower blast radius. But yeah, I hope they do eventually add this weapon to GTA Online in a future update, especially because we did get the heavy rifle back in the contract update, and that also had some leftovers with it, with the icon that's unused in the game files. Though the one they did add for the contract update looks a little bit different than the one that was unused, but still. Let me know what you guys think about this weapon down in the comments. Would you like to see it finally make its way into the game? And if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.